They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. Raw Molly got me all up in demon mode. Mouth moving like I done put clean in my nose. Trying to catch me up, I can leave with some hoes. He standing straight up, watch I make him lean with this pole. Would've thought he was close, how that heat made him fold. Thought it was a game, he won't think no more. His brain's gone, nigga. It be exciting when I get to striking. Guns sound like thunder, hit you like lightning. Fight for your life, we don't do no fighting. We really hit it, nigga. We worse than savage, they calling us Vikings. Police be riding, we still be sliding. Told you we hit us, remember the time. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. How about I leave them holding like the Bible? AR-15, that's a high-pound rifle. A in the army and assassinate rivals. Break that shit down, nigga. AK or anybody kill. Hop out, get the drilling and spilling. Stay on point 6-2, gon' split 'em. LPN, that's for any fuck nigga. You a plug, then I'm pulling up, nigga. You my lunch, eating bullet for dinner. 5 boys sell, eat 'em up, eat 'em up. SK, smoke killer for show. Drum rounds and cripple ops, Draco. I got them all, you don't want no. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get this pussy, leave a nigga bleeding. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding.
Peace and blessings to everybody that's up in here. Peace and blessings. Salute to everybody. Salute to all things. Salute King Mike Rhythm. Salute King Edgar Chavez. Salute King Coach Amber. Shalom Princess. Shalom Shawa Allah. Shawa Allah, y'all. Peace and blessings to all y'all in here. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? I hope everybody had a great weekend and had a blessed Sabbath this weekend. Shalom. Whoo! Let me talk about it. Let's talk about it. Like my man KQKC was saying, they don't talk about it when it's them. But when it's us, they speak about it and blast, take pictures and show everything. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if it was either Dana White or Joe Rogan. One of them was at the bar and ended up putting hands on his wife. Y'all remember that? Dr. Mark and that flawless mentality. Peace and blessings and shalom, King. Thanks for stopping through. I can't remember if it was Dana White or Joe Rogan, but I remember their wife, Dana, there you go. Wife had got out of hand and he put hands on them. We didn't hear too much happen after that, right? Thank you, Shawa. But we didn't really hear nothing else happen, and they did it. Reed Philly, salute, King. And we ain't really heard that much about that. I don't even think Dana got in trouble or nothing. And they caught that on camera. So, Bivol, they said, like, to put his hands on a female. Beat her down, they said that. And they had her keep quiet. Which reminds me, Tank has an altercation. He doesn't even touch his. And they incarcerate him. Floyd had to do time during his championship run. It's just kind of funny how it's different standards, right? If y'all don't remember, what about Kovalev? Kovalev broke the woman's neck and back and punted a dog. And all of a sudden, his thing just got disappeared. That's what I'm saying. Like, we have to try twice as hard, half the recognition. And we're proving it we're guilty to prove it innocent. And it's crazy. Just like you're a Spanish fighter, you allow. I'm not saying all Spanish fighters do it, but you allowed to have an extra enhancement. Like you allowed to have an extra boost in your system. But if a Caucasian or an African American or another huge fighter uses the same thing, they'll be found in accordance and violate the PED agreement. Just like you can eat boar's meat from a boar that's been extinct. I'm just saying it's a lot of fickle stuff going on in boxing. They always try to shine a light on the more skilled athletic fighters and try to put it down, try to make it an unfair playing field. Basically, that's what it is. They try to even out the playing field. They try to take natural abilities and even it up with science. And I'm not gonna take nothing away from great fighters because Canelo Alvarez, he's a great fighter. He's 60-2. I mean, you just can't get that from being mediocre. And Bivol, he's a great fighter too, but what you do outside the ring is supposed to affect you as well. Because look at Ray Rice. He was getting attacked in the elevator. He did what he did. He got that into his football career, basically. But I'm just saying, it's just like a different standard that they push. And they don't hold everybody accountable. Y'all make sure y'all smash that like button for me, please, if y'all mind. Yeah, let's get the boxing. What's next? David Benavidez and Demetrius Andrade. As I look at more and more film, that fight looks a lot closer than what it looks like. Like technicality. He has the amateur pedigree, and he has, like I say, he has the background. Like at 160, it wouldn't even been no question. But like this extra weight, how will Boo Boo carry it? See, his first fight, it didn't carry as well. He had to battle it out with a fighter that got destroyed by a fighter who's mediocre at best. It was Belanga. Ever since he stopped fighting cab drivers, he really went 1-2, but we're not gonna go there. But this fight right here, this fight is gonna be up to how long Boo Boo can keep his gas tank going. We've seen what happened when Benavidez goes against a pure boxer. Benavidez, he is the epitome of Mexican boxing. He has heart. He stands there. He bangs it out. Rick Timms, Shalom King, peace and blessings. Oh yeah, and shout out and salute to the Most High and for freeing Bomac. Like I'm glad. All things peace and bliss. I'm glad Bomac is free because we're not supposed to be locked up like men in cages. But he also got to take. I'm glad he took accountability for himself and see he admitted what he did wrong. And hey, he's not gonna be welcome back in England no more. But hey, I'm glad he's free. But I knew he wasn't gonna get much time anyway because England and America have close ties, and a lot of times when people from England get in trouble over here, the Americans usually give them a slap on the wrist and send them home. It's just great to see it work out for one of us. You feel what I'm saying? For one of us huge people. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say one of us huge people. One of us people that's not with the alphabets. Al Booga, salute. Peace and blessings, King. Because when you with the alphabet, you push that alphabet agenda, they'll move mountains for you. They'll take war criminals and people that are really dangerous to the daggone nation and free them for an alphabet person that's playing basketball. But they forget about the teacher that's been over there for over 2 years that's been locked up, and they didn't even talk about him. And it's a light hue. It was a white teacher that's over there that's locked up as well. They didn't even put him in there, but They freed the alphabet agenda. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's a lot of agendas being pushed. Like, if you want the alphabet people, it seems like if you try to be a normal person, a righteous person, they persecute against you for that. Like hell, they even telling you that your 8-year-old child can choose what he wants to be. If he wants to be a she, he can be that. If he wants to be a he wants to be, which is all wrong. It's twisted. It's the upside down place. But I got another channel. It's called the Upper Echelon Man, and we'll talk about that on that right here. I know y'all came here to get some boxes, so let's get it. I'm gonna drop the link. Anybody want to come up here? We can get the cooking. Any topic y'all want to talk about, it's an open forum. You know, we're gonna talk about what y'all want to talk about today. It's chat. It goes to the chat today. And Al Booger King, peace and blessings. This is open forum today. Anything y'all want to bring up in the chat, we're gonna discuss it. You know, of course, Shawar, of course. Yes, it is. But yeah, a lot of people talking about Ryan Garcia. I feel like I say a lot of people might think it's bull crap, but Ryan Garcia is a big draw. Now I'm not saying he's a bigger draw than Tate, but I can say this: Snoopy Mac, salute, King, peace and blessings. This is one thing I have to say, and you know I'm a logical individual. Tank Davis never did over 350,000 pay-per-views. Never did it. With the right dance partner with Ryan Garcia, the man did roughly 1.6. Now, I'm not a mathematician, but I'm a mathematician, right? That's 500% increase. TZ Frank, salute. That whole boy, salute, Kings. So, and that shout out to my man Champ Side. But that's a 500 increase. He didn't do it with the other Garcia. He didn't do it with Rolly, and Rolly has a mouthpiece on him. He didn't do it with Mario Barrios or future Hall of Famer Leo Santa Cruz. So we're not going to act like Ryan don't bring sugar to the lemonade. Ryan is a very valuable commodity. And that's why Oscar De La Hoya, in his wretched self, is trying to devalue that commodity because he's about to lose that commodity. And he's been losing to Floyd Mayweather his whole career. Floyd Mayweather is Oscar De La Hoya's arch enemy. It's his arch enemy. Floyd Mayweather became a superstar off of Oscar De La Hoya's back, off of taking 30%, and Oscar De La Hoya took 70%. Still was Floyd's biggest, Floyd 10 times his biggest payday at the time. Then Floyd beat all of Oscar's fighters from Golden Boy. He beat them. Then, Floyd left Golden Boy with Schaefer and Al Heyman. They started the PBC, took all of Oscar's fighters. Yeah. Then, Tank Davis beat Ryan Garcia. And now Floyd has Ryan Garcia come to his house and traded with him as well. So Oscar De La Hoya, he really hates Floyd. Like, Floyd is the bane of his existence. And he made it that way. But Ryan Garcia and Floyd Mayweather are working on Ryan Garcia signing to Mayweather Promotions. And if Ryan Garcia signs the Mayweather promotion, that would be huge. He will have Tank, he will have Ryan Garcia, and he has that new star, Carmel Moten, which they will make him into a great star as well because he's young, he's got power, and he's in a small division where he can stretch out. And he's only 126 right now. I feel like the man will get to like 154. Like, he's on the same trajectory that Floyd went to. He got 126, 130, 135, 140, 147. That's 5 divisions right there. Light skin business. Salute, K. So Floyd has him at the trajectory of becoming at least a 5-division champion. And see, people don't realize that man's young. And he's knocking people out like that at 17. He hasn't even got his grown man strength. He hasn't even reached his peak. He still has about 10 years before he reaches his peak. So it's scary on how great he's gonna be. Just like Boots. Boots hasn't even came into his greatness yet, his peak. And like I said, Boots is gonna be running the boxing scene for at least 10 plus years. I got Boots going up to 168, probably as max. I know from 147 to 160, I don't really see anybody challenging Boots. Like his toughest fights would be a Virgil Ortiz that's accustomed to 154 when he moves up, a Jamel Charlo, but I feel like he would dispatch both of them easily. Shakur Belhot, Shalom King, peace and blessings. Shua. And you know what, Shua? And that makes Oscar hate him even more. Because Floyd has been whooping Oscar all these years, right, Shua? Now look at this. Now basically, Floyd giving you a handout. Like, I have to go to the person that's been destroying me this whole time, and now he has to help me. I also believe like that signing that Floyd's doing with Oscar De La Hoya. I feel like Ryan's involved in that as well. I'm not sure, but you know Floyd plays chess as well as Al Heyman, and Floyd ain't gonna be wasting his time on Ryan if he doesn't know something already. And plus, we see Oscar trying to put Ryan in the ring with this. Like we see, I mean, with Duette, the Oscar guy, you see him trying to put Ryan. So Ryan, he's also trying to devalue Ryan quickly. So yes, he got Floyd for 2 fights, but I feel like Ryan Garcia is at the end of that. And you know, Oscar knows he makes bread off of Floyd. No matter what you say, Floyd is still the cash cow. Yeah, Duarte. You know, Floyd is still the cash cow of boxing. So, boom, Floyd does this deal. He ends up getting Ryan Garcia. But what Oscar don't realize is, yeah, you about to get this money off Floyd, but Floyd about to get money and residuals. Shout out to my guy, Expensive Paper in the building with the bomb squad. Salute to my homie Upper till this day. Who told you that? What? I said, who told you that? I just heard, nah, somebody told you that. To this day, bomb squad, the bronze bomber. I can't wait to see him back in the ring as well. They said Deontay Wilder's working on a fight, but it seems like people are trying to box him out. There was talks of him fighting Big Bang Zane, but now they're trying to get AJ to get it. Well, you know, Shawar, Oscar had the rights to all Floyd's fights too. But just think about how much money Oscar would have made if Floyd never left and if Floyd didn't take his fighters. Because you know, Oscar had Wilder, Oscar had Errol Spence, Oscar. You know, he had the key. He just fell asleep at the wheel. Well, now he didn't fall asleep. He was zooted. But yeah, hey Rick, I got him going to 160. I feel like the toughest fight for him at 160 would probably be Erislandy Laura, and I feel like he's going to outclass Erislandy Laura as well because he can switch and he can box as well. And I don't think matter of fact, Erislandy Laura he's done lost a little bit. He's relying off power. I feel like he, I feel like he destroys Jitterbek and all that. Yep. But yeah, and Rick, I feel like this. Once Boots get his marquee fight, I don't feel like Buddy Earl better stop him. You gotta realize this boy is still young. He ain't even reached 26 yet. And this boy right here has power, speed, everything. And realize he's gonna have more fights than Earl. Yeah, I feel like 168, Patrick Bell, salute King. I feel like 168 is a little bit too big. Like if he go up against a Morrell or something, because you gotta realize sometimes that weight does matter. And I feel like Boots could adjust. Because we gotta realize we seen James Lights Out Tony go from 160 to heavyweight. He didn't do it overnight though. He had to let his body get accustomed and get used to it. And I feel like Boots has that body that he can make it up. I feel like Boots could go up to cruiser. I'm not saying be effective. I'm just saying with the boxing skills because James Toney went to heavyweight. He went to heavyweight, but I don't see Boots against like David Morrell. Might be bad for Boots. Berterviev, he's not gonna be there no more. He's about 40. Jonathan Park, salute King, peace and blessings. Yeah, expensive paper. He's a real killer. And the messed up thing about it, we ain't even seen half of what that man can do, expensive paper. You gotta realize he's still a kid. Wait till he hit about 27, 28, 29, when he started getting into his grown man strength, that real power. Jose Diaz, peace and blessings, King. Shout out to Miami, Florida, 305. You know, I used to be right across that bridge over there at West Palm County. You feel me? Opinionated boxing. Shalom, Princess. Yes, Rick Timms. And that's what me and you agree at wholeheartedly, brother. I don't think nobody from 168 to 200 pounds can beat David Morrell. And that's just being honest. I feel like him and Better BF would be a great fight, but I feel like he'll outclass Better BF with power and speed and boxing ability. Him and Dimitri Bivol would be a great fight, but I feel like nobody at 168 give him a problem. The only problems that he'll ever have is between Dimitri Bivol and Better BF, but I feel like he'll overcome them. I feel like the cruiserweights, MacBook Pro and damn Badu Jack, I feel like he knocks them down. He knocks them out. I don't think Badu Jack and them stand a chance against that young killer. And Morrell destroys the Bridgerweights because they have this overweight Thailand dude up there. This man can't do nothing. Shua, I think he drops him in about 4-5 rounds, honestly, Shua. Like, one thing I've been watching about Morrell, you gotta realize, I think he's at like his 10th or 11th fight. Morrell is scary. Morrell is scary. Y'all gotta realize this man only had like 10 or 11 fights. He's really on the Lomachenko plan. His first fight, when he fought against your boy, that's his name, Yo Boy, or whatever his name is, the number one contender. He sent that man to the hospital. Put him in a coma for 2 weeks. Every time Morrell fights, his fights get shorter and shorter. It's like his powers building, his skills building, like he's getting comfortable. He's like an Erislan De Lara and an Andy Cruz with a little bit of Tank and Wilder putting him behind it. And that's what's crazy. Because he's so fat, he's so young and experienced. And see, David Benavidez, he's a good draw. Morrell versus Benavidez will be a great fight. Just because we get to see the heart that David Benavidez has, but we'll see Morrell outskill him, outpoint him, and possibly send him up out of there in the first 6 rounds because Benavidez, he has too many holes in his defense. And I love the guy. I love Benavidez. I love his heart. I love his passion. I love the way he gets out there and puts it on the line. But you got to learn how to cover it up. And that's why he's fighting Boo Boo Andrade. If y'all remember last year, he was supposed to fight Boo Boo, but they backed out the fight because they said it was a too dangerous fight. And they just feel like, I think they said they wanted like $10 million to fight Boo Boo. But now, in that 3-fight contract, he had Morrell, Plant, and Boo Boo. And I remember him saying if he didn't fight Canelo, he was going to fight Morrell. Canelo didn't come through. I did a whole video on it. Him and his dad both said they was fighting Morrell. They act like Morrell didn't exist. They act like that wasn't on the table. And they chose Boo Boo. But honestly, this Boo Boo is not a slow leak either. It's going to be a great fight. And for the sport of boxing, for the sake of boxing and great fights, I hope Benavidez pulls it out against Boo Boo, honestly. I hope he really does. Because I would much rather see David Benavidez and Morrell than Boo Boo and Morrell, honestly. But if Boo Boo is able to beat Benavidez, then, hey, that's the better fighter. So that'll be a great fight right there. But I like the best fight the best. So if he lose, he lose. But one thing we got to realize, just because a fighter loses a fight doesn't devalue them. Because in a loss, there's also a win. Because when Holyfield lost to Riddick Bowe, he came back the next fight and was a lot better and beat him. And then Riddick Bowe came back the next fight. He made adjustments and he beat Holyfield again. See, if you take a loss and you adjust, that's the experience is the best teacher. And you can practice boxing, you can get out there, you can do this and that. But until you in there and you feeling it come, you can't really say what will happen and how to adjust. Because boxing is at a different speed than sparring, unless you all out war. But like I said, Boots, yeah, he's gonna be an animal. Burrell, like I don't think he going to heavyweight, but like I said, from 168 to because they put a new weight class called the Bridgerweight. That's what Wilder's supposed to be fighting there, really. Wilder's a cruiser/Bridgerweight fighter, fighting at heavyweight. Wilder and Floyd Mayweather are probably the only two fighters that fought above their weight class. So you got to get that man respect, no matter what you say. But Andy Cruz, he's another hot topic out there. First fight as a pro, 10 rounds. It looked good. And he got Bozy Ennis training him. So he in the gym over there with Boots. And see, Andy Cruz is a tactician. A tactician. You hear what I'm saying? A tactician. Andy Cruz got the Cuban School of Boxing. He is very fluent with his hands. And what's crazy is he's over there with Boots. So iron sharpens iron. So Boots will be able to feed off of Andy Cruz and sharpen his game as well. The same way Jamal Charlo used to do off Erislandy Lara and Jermell Charlo when he was over there. And you got to realize Lara's over there with David Morrell. And they're both Cubans. You can't tell me Erislandy Lara ain't over there getting that boy sharp. Because every fight, the man's looking much and much more sharper. And like I said, it's a great time for boxing. I want to see Morrell in there with Mbili or somebody. Mbili will be a great fight for him right there. Let him fight Mbili. You got Boo Boo going against Benavidez. If Benavidez wins, he gets Canelo. And like I said, the Canelo we see versus Mel, I feel like that Canelo, he got too much heat for David Benavidez. He got too much heat. I feel like the only way David Benavidez wins that is if he spends his training camp in Mexico, getting some of that good steak that Canelo eat. And I'm being serious too. If he wants to compete on the same level as Canelo, he gonna have to give him some of that good steak. Because if not, he ain't got a chance. Yeah, Rick, that boy right there, he's gonna do something real special to people. And he's young and focused. I'm about to drop that link. Anybody want to hop up here, get up here with me. Talk this good boxing talk. And yeah, I'm gonna come over at 12 o'clock tomorrow, Eastern Standard Time. So I guess that's like 9 o'clock Central Time, 11 o'clock Mountain Time, and like 10 o'clock Texas time, whatever that is. Whatever time it's called. I don't really know the name. Pacific time it'd be 9 o'clock. You know. I know Eastern it'd be 12. There go the link right there. Anybody want to hop up here and get some of this boxing talk? Now y'all see Clarissa Shields is entertaining talks with Alicia Bumgardner. Now, that fight right there, Clarissa would have to drain down to get in there. But Clarissa also gets to rehydrate. Now, I feel like Alicia Bumgardner has power and she has skills, but she's going to be fighting against another fighter that's come to party. And what makes me mad about this is Clarissa Shields, she's arguably the GOAT. 3-time undisputed. Nobody's ever did that. Not no man, nobody. 2 gold medals. She did it in less time than They talk about how Loma did what he did. Clarissa did it less times, and she did way more than Lomachenko. So when you talk about how Lomachenko was great, you got to put her name up there with it. But there's only one thing that Clarissa does that upsets me. You call out Keith Thurman, you talk crazy Alicia Bumgardner, but it's been somebody calling your name for over 2.5 years now, and she's pressing the issue. And I really feel like this person will give you the best fight that you've ever had. I feel like she'll give you that Layla Ali fight that you was asking for. I feel like this person right here will push Clarissa Shields to the limit. It will test her chin, it will test her durability, it will test her boxing skills, and it will test her power. Shadeja Green. And I'm going to talk to her, see if I can get her to come to the show and let y'all talk to her. Shadeja Green, she doesn't get nearly enough credit as the boxer that she is. And she is a knockout artist. That girl right there is a monster. No matter what you say. Shadeja Green, I think she only got like 1 or 2 fights that went the distance. But she is a great fighter. Can y'all hear me? Press 1 if y'all can hear me in the chat. It look like my thing frozen. Looks like my thing frozen. Oh no. If you can hear me, press 1. I might have to get my other pad because this thing frozen. Yep. Yeah, the last comment I got was Shawai Yala Adios and Rick Timms Morel is 9-0. So if y'all been saying something, I'm about to switch the thing. I hate this StreamYard thing. I wish we could do it other than that. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Go get my iPad, baby boy. Thank you. Y'all give me 1 second. Let me get my iPad together. Yeah, y'all give me 1 quick second. Yep. Give me 1 second, people. Put that right there until I get back.
I turn that shit up, mate.
All right, y'all give me a second. I got to reboot right now. Hold on. All right, I'm back, y'all. I'm back. I got my thing ready. All right, all right. Damn, I done missed a lot of things. Press one if y'all can hear me now. Beats. Damn, look at everything I done missed. Hold on 1 second. Let me get everybody situated. Shout out to Jose Diaz. Shout out King. Crush the Legend. Salute King. Original American. Salute King. Aiden Johnson. Peace and blessings. Welcome to the chat, King. Nate Dogg, D1. Salute, my G. Peace and blessings, King. That whole boy, salute. Jonathan Park, salute. Rick Tim, salute. Reed Philly, Original American, salute. Damn. James Dunnigan, salute, King. Free Sinji. Peace and blessings, King, salute. Seth M, peace and blessings, salute. All right. Wow. Young World, salute, King. Peace and blessings. My guy, Young World, is in the building. All right, now we back, man. I'm sorry about that, y'all, man. Y'all know how StreamYard do us, man, when we start talking about topics that they don't really agree with. But hey, we back in here. We back like that good thing that's been dropped, doubled up, add a little bit, and make it come back. But yeah, Snoopy Mac. I feel like Shadeja Green is a reason why Shadeja Green and what's your girl name that just lost? Franchon Cruz. It's a reason why Franchon Dijon Cruz and Clarissa Shields have been avoiding that girl. That girl right there, she's a monster. And she really is, and she can box. But not only can she box, she has power. Yeah, I ain't want to say it like that, Nate Dogg, but y'all knew what I meant. Straight drop. 28 dropping back to 30. You feel me? So Clarissa Shields want to pick on a smaller fighter when she got a girl that's been calling her out for 2+ years. And I need to do a video. I ain't did a video in about a month now. I'm gonna need to start back dropping videos. People been asking me to make some more videos. I ain't had time to, but today it's been a great day. I've been feeling good. Yeah, jumping out the pot, Nate. Looking like popcorn over Redbacher. Make them come all the way back. But yeah, they running from that girl. And I see why. Shadeja ain't playing with it. But Savannah Marshall, she feel like she's a big puncher. And Shua, have they decided on the date for Shadeja and Savannah? Because I heard that Savannah's supposed to be fighting Shadeja. I heard that they was working on it and that she's supposed to be going over there and fight her at the O2. She's supposed to be going to fight her. Yeah, I feel you on that, Rick. But, sometimes people are special. Sometimes people are special, Rick. Like Deontay Wilder, he didn't have much amateur experience coming in. And the champ went 40-0. You feel me? Shadeja's looking like a female Deontay Wilder out there. I mean, Rick, that's why I want to see the fight, bro. That's why I want to see the fight. Rick, Shadeja Greens is a female David Morrell. Shadeja has skill and she has power. I think she only got one fight that she didn't get the knockout in. If I'm not, let me check. Let me check real quick. Hold on, y'all. Bear with me. Let me check. Let me get this for y'all real quick. Okay, Shadeja Green. She's 13-0, right? I'm looking at her last one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Her last 9 fights against Marcel Mendoza, she knocked her out in the round 6. Against Martha Gathan, she knocked her out in round 1. A minute 17 in round 1. Against Sylvia Zunia, she knocked her out 111 round 1. Against Angie Baracus, she knocked her out 129 round 1. Against Angelica Lopez Flores, she knocked her out 135 round 1. Against Cecilia Ross Sierra, she knocked her out 2 minutes of round 3. Against Oladia Suarez, she knocked her out round 5 and had the girl retire. The girl retired. Against Elin Setarouche, which was a big step up fight, she knocked her out 1 minute and 8 seconds of round 6. Against Olivia Curry, her last fight, Olivia Curry, she got a unanimous decision. A unanimous decision. This is what I'm talking about. This is Shadeja Green, people. The woman has 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is the last 9 fights. Has 4 first-round knockouts, a third-round knockout, 2 round 6 knockouts, a round 5 knockout, and a unanimous decision. Her last 9 fights, only one has went the distance. This girl's crazy. Only one has went the distance in the last 9 fights. Coach Amber, Shalom, Princess. I mean, I feel you on that, Rick Timms. I would like to see it. Hey, free Sinji. Honestly, that fight wasn't close between Clarissa and Savannah Marshall. It wasn't close, bro. It wasn't close. PGB Dick Big Dog. Salute, Key. Coach Amber, Shalom, Princess. Salute, salute. Key Alexandra, my co-host. Let me go ahead and drop this link just in case anybody ready to hop up here now. I see Coach Amber and Key if they want to get up here. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Clarissa's a beast, but Shadeja, she's something different. She's something different. 13-0, and I think only 2 fighters have went the this. I think it's either 1 or 2. I think she's got 11 knockouts. It wasn't showing. It didn't show me her other 3 fights, 4 fights. Yes, she's special. And when have y'all heard Clarissa? When have y'all heard Clarissa not accept the challenge? Like she sat there and she's been berating Clarissa and talking crazy to Clarissa. And Clarissa act like she don't hear it. Facts, Coach Amber. Won't you get up here and tell these people that right there because they don't understand it? Yeah, Rick, I want to see it too. All right, yes, you are. 13-0. Yes, only two people went the distance with this girl. And I'm not even talking about that. The first round knockouts, that's what I'm talking about. She not even letting people get going. Like she's getting up out of there early. And you know, Amanda Serrano, the only person I see that was knocking people out. You feel me? Amanda Serrano, the only one. That girl went to damn for Sean Cruz fight and told her straight up, like, look, I'm trying to see you. Fred Shaw was like, hell no. Give me Savannah Marshall. Fashawn took Savannah Marshall instead of messing with that gorilla right there. She is a queen silverback gorilla. She just built different. She is built different. You know, you got chimps, you got gorillas, you got spider monkeys, and you know at the top of the chain we got the silverbacks. And Shadays, I say Clarissa, she's a nice strong chimp, but a chimp ain't fucking with a silverback. Oh, Rick, that's no question. I said Clarissa is the GOAT. She is. She's the best female boxer right now of all times right now. But she also has to prove that too. Because you can be the best, but being the best also means you accept the challenges that come to you. And if you got a young lion talking about that they next in line, and you the best, you got to defend your mantle. You got to defend your throne. You need to go up there and handle your business. Hey, Free Sinji, fanboy is just nuts, nigga. Talking about somebody being a fanboy. How am I being a fanboy, dude? How is being a fanboy if I'm sitting there saying Clarissa's one of the greatest of all time, but she has to prove it? Dumbass. Instead of freeing Sinji, you need to free your fucking mind, dog. Dumbass. And see, people kill me talking about fanboys when you try to talk about somebody's accolades. Like, I said they gave Carissa her all due respect. I say she's the GOAT. She's the greatest female boxer of all times. And I also said you also got to defend that mantle. So which part was that a fanboy? Like, that shit crazy. But like I said, Rick, that'll be a great fight. That'll be one for the ages. And I would love to see it. I would love to see that fight right there. Yeah, so I was trying to be nice to the dude. He kept going, but you know, yeah, man. That'll be a great fight, though. I hope Clarissa makes that. Matter of fact, I hope she fights Savannah first, and then for Sean Cruz. Then I want to see her and Clarissa because Clarissa has put in that work. Clarissa has fought both of those girls. She gave for Sean Cruz her first loss, and Savannah Marshall gave for Sean Cruz her only other loss. And the only person that beat Savannah was Clarissa. So I feel like she do have to pay her dues and fight for Sean, then Savannah, and then I feel like her and Carissa need to go ahead and mix it up. And I feel like that should be $1 million fight for both women. The same way Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano got $1 million apiece, I think Clarissa should finally get her $1 million payday. And I just feel like that would be a super fight right there. Mexican boxing, well, I'm not letting words get to me, bro. I'm not even upset. I just point out when people say dumbass shit. Like you said some dumbass shit. Words don't get to me, bro. I'm happy, I'm chill. But when a person say dumb shit, I'm gonna call them on it. I don't start nothing, but I don't let it get past me as well. So yeah, anything else? Hey, I'm gonna tell you another thing, Mr. Boxer. If I let words get to me, I would have timed them out. I just called the nigga dumbass because he said some dumbass shit. And if you feel like that, then you're a dumbass as well. And I'm just being honest. Like shit. I'm not gonna hold my tongue. Like when somebody say something wrong, you have to correct them, or they will keep saying wrong shit. Period. And that's just the way life is. TJ Boxing, salute King. But yeah, hopefully we get the season Sadasia in there with a big name fighter. That'd be great right there. But yeah, that Boo Boo and David Benavidez, I think that fight's gonna be a lot closer than people think. I feel like as long as Boo Boo's legs last, it would be as long as he outboxes David Benavidez. Because one thing I can tell you like this, right? If Boo Boo can't stop him or show him no power, David Benavidez is gonna crowd him. But if Boo Boo can use his angles, hold on, I got a text from my wife. She asked me if I need to take. My wife was asking me if I need to take my pain medicine. And I told her, nah, I'm feeling pretty good today. Today was a good day right here. I hadn't had to take my pain medicine as much today, so I'm blessed about that. Hopefully, it's starting to heal better. Nah, Mexican boxing. My wife is telling me, why is your wife calling my phone? That's what my wife is asking me. She was like, what did you do to that girl? I said, I ain't did nothing to her. I just passed it to my crew. And you know how your wife get. Yeah, Mexican boy. And stop being a dick rider, bro. You know something, Mexican fanboy? Your name is Mexican Boxing. Okay, bro. Fanboy. All right. You're being a fanboy of me. You know why? Because when I'm sitting here talking to my people, you coming over here and you want to come make yourself be known. So who is really the fanboy? And I didn't block nobody, you dumbass. King, boy, it's really bad when you can't come around and talk to people, huh? It's probably King again. Mexican boxing. I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna drop the link. If you a man and you not no fanboy here, you can hop up here and talk. Cowards can type. Just hop up here and talk. It ain't like I can do anything for you. I can't do that to you. I mean, we're on internet. But I love when y'all come by here, you dumbass fight fans, casual. King, you just mad because damn motherfucker, you and Rick Glazier been wrong all this time. Yeah. And you mad because I posted that picture with you and that swoop bang. Nah, I know what's really bad. You mad that Jimmy Butler stole your hairstyle, huh? Yeah, expensive paper, boy. That's the price of a brand new Jag right there, 86K. And yeah, Mexican boss, I'm gonna tell you like this. I have great moderators in here. I ain't gotta block nobody, bro. I ain't gotta block nobody. Hit dog, salute, King. Peace and blessings. One thing about it, two things for certain. That's why that's why everybody that's cool, they family, they got moderate. They don't want to hear you talk. They gonna send you up out of here. And I'm not gonna question none of my moderators. So if any of them feel like they don't want to see you, and you ain't got no rich, you up out of here, my guy. They go make another one. Shawase everywhere. Yeah. But yeah, we let's not let the trolls How's people call her Carissa my queen when I said, see, that's why I know people can't, they don't comprehend. They don't comprehend, right? You can't comprehend how I get triggered off the guy said about my queen Carissa. When I'm telling Carissa to fight the girl. You know, comprehension and reading and listening, those are the most basic skills. And if you can't, oh Nick, no, you ain't got you can hit the hide button. But you know, if you can't understand that, well, I feel sorry for you if you can't understand or comprehend and assess the basic things of life. It's first off, it's comprehension. Then it's reading comprehension. Then it's oral comprehension. You can't understand nothing I said. Talk about my queen Clarissa. Errol Muhammad, Shalom King, peace and blessings. Peace and blessings. But yeah, like we said about Boo Boo, like Boo Boo, I see like I told people that Caleb Plant was gonna outbox Benavidez for a while, but like Caleb Plant knew, he got tired. His gas tank wasn't the same. Plus, you know, they had that the little accident. D Free, salute King, peace and blessings. Hey Chris, y'all keep on doing that because you know anytime y'all come here, you give me more views, man. So I appreciate it. Keep coming by, bro. Every time y'all step in here, see, Nate Dogg, that's the one thing about it though, D1. You have to be a Spanish fighter to be able to use the clenbuterol. Just do, my guy. Peace and blessings, King. Peace and blessings, King. Hey, just do tomorrow. I'm gonna come on earlier tomorrow. I'm gonna come on at 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So if you want to come on early, you can. Hey, TJ loves boxing. Yes, Spencer is over there. He's over there on vacation in the UK. But you know, I think Derek's over there as well with AJ, Anthony Joshua. But you know, they let Bo back out that whole boy, and that's good. Free Bo back. I'm glad they did because, like I said, none of us should be locked up. I've been locked up. That's not a place for human beings, man. We ain't never supposed to be locked up. But yeah, people gotta realize Earl's not leaving Derek James, man. Derek James and Earl is peanut butter and jelly. And I'm talking about the crunchy kind. And you know, Derek James, when I talked to him, he was talking about bringing in some more eyes because the man is overwhelmed. He has all these fighters, and it's just him. Any great coach has backup coaches in there. They always got people to help them. You need another set of eyes because there's certain things that you can't see that other people can see. And you know, it'll be best because you know, Bo back in them is 4 or 5 of them. So you know that makes it better. And you know, more than one view is great. Like it might be something I see that Just Do don't see, or Just Do might see something I don't see, or Shawar might see something I miss. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why it's great to have different viewpoints. And it's an open forum, man. Y'all hit that link and hop up here and holler at your boy. Well, you got to realize, Jose, Canelo was the face of boxing at that time. And here go my lovely co-host, Key Alexander. Peace and blessings, princess. Peace and blessings.
Hey, can you hear me?
I hear you loud and clear.
How are you? How was your weekend?
Man, you know, my weekend was okay. You know, for Shabbat, I fasted. And, you know, I went on the fast for like 2 days, right? Well, I'm still on it, right?
Uh-huh.
And actually, I haven't been in much pain today. Like, you know, I haven't been in much pain today. So I'm thinking I might go a couple more days since the pain is not warranted right now. So I like that.
Oh man, that's really good.
Yeah. But when I come off, I'm gonna have to eat a lot more protein. So, you know, that way my chest and my stomach can heal from the inside out. Because, you know, them holes got to heal from the inside out.
Oh, okay. Okay. Are
Yeah,
you are you doing physical therapy?
yeah,
Okay, cool.
yeah. My nurses come through, make me do physical therapy, like have me stretching and stuff like that, and they fix the wounds and everything. But like my upper chest, like it don't go all the way through no more. It's like the inside of it's done healed. It started healed to the outside, but it be paid a lot. But but it's healing. I feel like next year I can start going back to the fights again. Start
Amen.
start bringing more content. I was talking to Shawar earlier about getting Shanae Legree to come over here and talk because I be talking to her on Instagram. Her and Elijah Garcia. I'm gonna start seeing if they want to come over here and talk to y'all. So I'm gonna start setting those up.
Oh, that'll be good. That'll be really good. I mean, you already got um Nonito and Rachel on here.
Yeah,
That was
those
a
are my
really
people.
good look.
I like Lil Rachel.
Yeah, that was an amazing look. Shout out to Shawa. Shout out to Rod Walker, D1.
Salute Rod Walker. Peace and blessings, Katie.
Backs and matchups. Just do, of course. Shout out to that king. Um, I think all things is in here. I don't see him. That whole boy.
All things always in here.
I don't see. Well, shout out to him. I don't never see him or her because I don't even know if that's a guy or a girl.
And what I'm gonna have to do, I'm gonna put all things is always here, just like my sister Shawar. I'm gonna have to fix all things. So I'm about to fix him. I'm about to fix all things. I'm about to put you up there with Shawar because you're a great person, bro. I'm gonna put you up there. So sometimes when Shawar ain't around, because I know sis be she be doing her little gig and everything. So you can manage some of the moderators as well.
Oh,
Hey
shout
Rick, I
out
would
to
love
him.
that, Rick. Clarissa versus Shadija. But Rick, I would like to see her go through Savannah too, though. Because Savannah was always a bully and always bullied with her power. I would like Savannah to be in there with somebody with some real power, so Savannah can see what it feels like.
I'm sorry. I mean, I hear you, but I like Clarissa. I do. I think that that'll be an interesting matchup with her and Deja. I've been calling for that for probably like the past year. Like, yo, they need to see each other. I think it's
Wow,
interesting.
wow, 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 wow.
What?
Sorry about that. KQKC, the OG. Peace and blessings, King. What's
Thank
going on?
you. I think it's kind of interesting if Clarissa was to go down to fight Alicia. If that happens, I don't know. I guess there's been some talk between them two, banter, but I find that kind of interesting. I want to see her and Shadeja myself. I think that's a very interesting matchup.
Yeah, I just went. I
Shadeja
just
got
went.
to knock her out though. Shadeja got to knock her out or convince
Well,
her
I
up
just
to
went
the
through
front.
Shadace's last 9 fights, right? And in her last 9 fights, only one person escaped. And out of the last 9 fights, she got 4 or 5 first round knockouts, 2 6 rounds, a fifth round, a third. Like she's knocking people out before they get going. First round when they still fresh.
Yeah, she's gonna either have to beat her up convincingly or get her up out of there. Otherwise, it'll go to Clarissa.
Clarissa gonna have to be on her bike that night. Clarissa
Oh, for
can't.
sure. I
She
think that
not
if she
gonna.
was to fight Alicia, she got to be on her game because Alicia got hands.
Yeah, but Clarissa will rehydrate much bigger than Alicia. So
And Alicia, she gasses too a little bit.
yeah, you know Clarissa too big for Alicia. She's too big for Alicia. Now Alicia, she's a good fighter, but she gasses out. Clarissa too big and too skilled. But I feel like Shadeja versus Clarissa. Clarissa's gonna have to be on her bike. She's gonna have to be lateral that whole fight. She can't pause. She can't sit down. She can't trade like she did with Savannah. Because that girl Shadeja, she hits like a grown man. I'm just being honest. She hits grown.
Shadeja always put me in a mindset. I'm originally from Chicago. I go back all the time. And so it was this girl on the block out south on 59th of Paulina where we didn't know what, like, we knew she was, you know what I'm saying, that she went that way, that she was gay and everything, but nobody messed with her, not even the dudes. Like, Shadeja always puts me in the mindset of this girl that I knew on 59th Polite. And I swear to God, every time I see her, I'm like, man, because like nobody messed with her, and she was sweet
Ho-
as pie, but
Hold on
she
one
had
second,
hands
King,
out
please.
this world. Okay.
Salute Bruce Gas and Jazz. But Trey, how you saying that Carissa has a bad attitude? Like when you're a great fighter, it's good to be. She's confident in herself, bro. She's confident in herself. Like people would say that when Floyd was doing it. Like just because you're a great fighter don't mean you have to be humble. And if you think about it, Clarissa has did more than any other female fighter has done in boxing, and she still hasn't got $1 million payday. You got other fighters getting $1 million paydays. You got other fighters getting pushed more than her, and she's done accomplished more. So yeah, she got an attitude. She's mad. She has a right to be. Honestly, what do you think, Keith?
Absolutely. I think that you just said a mouthful right there, especially with the fact that she pretty much is the face of women boxing. One thing that I don't like that they do with Clarissa Shields, if you were to Google her name, bad pictures are the first ones to show up about her. Nothing pristine, nothing edited. You know what I'm saying? And she's a beautiful woman. So that just lets you know how they feel about her. And she's another one that they want to lose, but they can't put nobody. The only one that they can get enough is Shadeja. If I was Clarissa, that'll be my last fight when I'm ready to clock out and go on into the sunset.
You know what pisses them off though, because she went to MMA. I felt like they cheated her that fight she lost, but she went over there and beat somebody in the MMA on
Oh
their own.
yeah, oh yeah, and
I
that's
feel like that
she's
fight that she lost, I felt like she won that because she was doing more, even though that girl held for the whole time. She wasn't really doing nothing.
and
Like
she's
she really couldn't get no advantage. All she did was hold her to the time right now.
yeah, and she's going and I guarantee you she'll make a run if she was to go to MMA, and I think she is though. I think she said that she still wants to do MMA fighting. And she'll do a hell of a run there too. Like
Yeah, I mean she
Clarissa,
transitioned. She's a
she's a
fighter.
fighter.
She's a
Yeah,
she's a great fighter.
exactly. Like she's just a great pure fighter. So that'll be an interesting fight. I told you my keys to victory. Shadeja definitely either got to knock her out or beat her convincingly for 12 rounds. Otherwise, it's gonna go to Clarissa. If I was Clarissa, because of how amazing my resume is, I save Shadeja for last.
Yeah, like I said, I would like to see Shadeja versus Savannah. Because Savannah was like a big bully and talk about her power. I want Savannah to be there with a woman that got power. Let's see how your power looks against somebody that can hit with you and throw with you.
That'll be a good fight. So I wanted to hop on here and talk about. Now, this is how I feel, and I know that this is a place where we can just talk, right? Is that okay?
Of course.
Okay, so my thing is, Upper, and what I don't like is I'm seeing all these videos being made about Canelo being a duck. In my humble opinion, I don't understand how Canelo is ducking someone 3 weight classes down from him who he's never said you know what I'm saying, that he wanted to fight. Now they're bringing up old videos, but as KQ had pointed out, it's misleading. And that's what he said 3, 4 years ago. Of course, we'll think 3, 4 years ago that we can push our body to do certain things. But I know one thing, my body isn't the same way that it was last year compared to this year. And Canelo now is saying no. And I think that that's what we should go with. But it's the agenda being pushed. Like they are really, really wanting for Canelo and Bud to fight. And to be honest with you, I'm starting to feel that way too. Like, God, go ahead and just get it over
I
with.
say
I'm
give what they
tired
want.
about it. I'm
Peace
tired
and blessings,
of
Coach
it.
Ari, Shalom, and Big Dose. Salute, King. Peace and blessings. I say give him the fight. But see, there's no way you can call Canelo a duck. And this is why I'm saying it, right? He got all this put on him about bringing Jamel Charlo up from 2 weight classes, right? They said it wasn't even worth bringing somebody. They said to fight somebody in his own division. That if he brings up Bud, that's 3 weight classes. Like, even if he knocks Bud out, they gonna be like, oh, well, you had to bring him up 3 weight classes. Like, it's a lose-lose fight for him. Like, what does he gain out of beating Bud? Like,
I have
but
asked that on several people's panels. What do
but
Canelo gain for his legacy? Nobody's answered me that.
he doesn't gain nothing. But if Canelo fights David Benavidez, that's cool. Or Morrell, that's cool. But I feel like they want Bud to get the fight. I don't think they're real Bud fans because Bud's gonna get killed. But I say, if y'all want Bud to fight Canelo, I say give him what he wants. I said show them what the damn weight classes mean, and I say give Bud a flat fee because he's not gonna be able to negotiate with Canelo. He's gonna get between 10 to 12 million, and that's it. You take it or leave it. You gonna get the Caleb Plant treatment. He don't give a fuck about your accolades. You feel what I'm saying? He don't care about that. But then when Canelo, if Canelo stops Bud, it'll be like, well, it was 3 weight classes, man. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, Canelo doesn't get that out of it. Just like Mikey Garcia called out Errol Spence. He was hounding Errol Spence. And Errol finally took the fight. And now people blaming Errol. Like, come on, that man called Errol out. You feel me? Like, Errol wasn't trying to fight him.
Exactly, and that's what I can understand. To be honest with you, if that fight was to happen, of course I'm rooting for Bud. I ain't even gonna hold you, because I do want to see him. I do think it's time. You know what I'm saying, for some new blood to get up.
But I'm gonna tell you this: they
It
won't.
is short
And then
lived.
they talk about at 160. Canelo can't make 160.
He can't
People,
make that anymore.
people don't realize when we see Canelo versus Bell, Canelo is a full-fledged 168 pounder now. Canelo didn't want to fight Errol Spence for the bag for a $55 million guarantee for Errol Spence at 164. Canelo said, I'm not coming down to 164. Y'all got to realize Canelo has been to 175 and 168. His body has gotten used to 168. His base muscle is 168. He can't go below that 168 for his base muscle. He has his muscles attended to that weight. That's like asking Terrence Crawford right now to go fight Regis Prograis or Sabril Matias at 140. It's not
No,
going to happen.
that's like asking him to be fair, to go down to 130. To be fair.
Nah, for Canelo go to 160, it's like Crawford go to 140.
Yeah, 140, yeah, and
And
135.
it's no way Terrence Crawford, as good as he is right now, as good as he stay in the gym, there's no way he can make 140 comfortably. He would be weight drained if he had problems making the 147 error.
True.
That's why once
Mhm.
your body gets used to a weight class, you put that muscle on. Like I said, it takes a year to put on 8 pounds of muscle. Canelo's been at 168 for almost 4 years now. Once you get that muscle put on there, then you take it off. It's detrimental to your body. Look at Roy Jones when he cut that weight, and then he came down to fight Tarver. Roy Jones is shilling himself. You can't put on muscle and take it off.
Correct. And then
In all things, I hope y'all have a great time at that boxing match, man. Take plenty of pictures, bro.
my second point I wanted to make, and this is where me and you gonna have to, um, I wanna pick your mind with this. I heard you earlier, talking about the Tank and Ryan Garcia. Now, you gave it to both of them because you do need a good dance partner. I will give that to you. I will. I do agree with that. I mean, I do agree with that statement. But the reason why I put more of an emphasis on Tank Davis and what he has been doing, not only because of the records that he's been proven already. And I know he's never done, 350, 500,000, all that. I get it. I definitely understand that. But at the same time, Ryan had been calling him out for 5 years. And I think the reason why that fight was so big was because people will pay for the big fights. One thing that boxing people, not the ones that's on this channel, not like KQ, you, KO, the rest of y'all just do. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all are in the upper echelons. Okay, y'all know y'all boxing. But it's you guys are far and few in between right now. Casuals run boxing still. You know what I'm saying? Casuals, when they hear a name and they see the videos, because this is my area with marketing. And I told you that that the Canelo and Jermel was not going to perform. I mean, it performed well, but it didn't put it
It did the same amount as Crawford and Spence.
right. And same yeah, and about Crawford and Spence because of I study the algorithms. I look at things and what people are talking about. And to be honest with you, Canelo will crack a meal with David Benavidez because that's who they want to see. Canelo, Tank, the next person that he'll crack some really good numbers with is
Tio.
Shakur. Yes, Tio or Shakur. Tio Shakur, and I would say that Devin, but I really truly feel as though Devin, that Loma fight with Devin
I
kind of
think Taker cracking with Loba, honestly.
nah, not really.
You know,
Not,
people want to see Taker Loma for the longest, and they see what Devin did with Loma. And they see that Loma, a lot of people say Loma beat Devin when I had Devin 7-5, but they would love to see Tank versus Loma because it'll be the measuring stick. Plus, it's going to be black versus white. That always sells. Okay, what you
but
say, black?
yeah, I think
I
it'll be
mean, that was Devin's first pay-per-view, and he did better than all four of Terrence Crawford's pay-per-view with black versus white. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, that
mm,
right there, dude. But I feel like you gotta also look, Ryan has over 20 million eyes on him too, and his social media following. So, you know, and if you look at it, his fans have been saying for years, fight somebody with a name. So he gave them what they asked for, and they showed up and showed out. That's what I feel like. I feel like
no,
they both are stars.
no, because if you go, okay, this how
Here you
you
go, Coach Amber.
because
Go
this
ahead.
how you this is how you look at it. When you go on those Instagram, when you go on his posts and everything, some posts aren't even 100K, 300K. He might get the views on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? But as far as like Instagram, I don't put a monetary value behind that because anybody could buy those followers. You see what I'm saying?
Well, I
Anybody
see on TikTok,
marketing,
I be
marketing,
seeing his
marketing.
posts on TikTok. They all go over a million posts. I mean, like he be getting million views
No,
on.
no, and that's why I said on TikTok, yeah.
Yeah.
But at the same time, is which one out of TikTok and Instagram who's king? Instagram. Right now,
Well,
Instagram
you know, everybody do TikTok. I feel like TikTok might be a little bit bigger than Instagram because
for marketing for TikTok, yes. But as far as cash with money, it's still Instagram still has a higher value. Plus, you tapping into Facebook as well, and Mark owns both of them. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, they knew what they were doing. This was a genius marketing that they did for that fight. But again, I think I think the fact that people were wanting a big fight, and if you study the algorithms and look at the names, the people will tell you because it's repetitive who they want to see. With Canelo, he has to fight Benavidez. With Tank, I'm gonna be honest with you, Tio, within the past couple months, just has came out, but has always been Devin or Shakur. Devin killed that momentum, which I feel as though he did a disservice when he did not rematch Lomachenko. If he would have rematched that and did it decisively, the momentum would have been back up there. But he kind of killed that momentum a little bit. Now it's okay. Everybody want to see him with Shakur. Loma, a little bit. It's a small percentage. I'm not seeing that mostly. So this is why I tell people when they say, "Oh, when is Tank going to get back in the ring?" and da 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 da, and I'm just like, listen, it has to make sense. And to be honest with you, um, if I'm Leonard Ellerby, I'm sitting back looking at the moves that Shakur is making to get his base up there because people want to see Shakur. He's the front runner right now. Whether we like it or not, he is the front runner. Tio a little bit behind
I
Shakur,
feel,
but it's definitely Shakur. And that fight is not ready to be made, unfortunately. Were you saying something, Upper?
but you know what else? You know what I feel like too? I feel like I said, I feel like Floyd and Oscar came to some type of agreement behind Ryan Garcia. That's why Floyd fight no Oscar's thing, right? So you know, I feel like he did some kind of thing so he could, because Floyd has had Ryan Garcia real close to him lately. He been training him as well, teaching him some things. And I feel like if Floyd gets his head on Ryan Garcia will crack a meal every time he get that ring. Honestly, with Mayweather Promotions and his backing, and he's with Floyd, I feel like Ryan can get in there with Rolly and do big. He get in there with Devin and do big. I feel like he's gonna get three big fights, and then him and Tate can rematch. Marquis salute King, and I feel like him and Tate have a rematch in the future, especially at 140. If Tate goes up to fight To at 140 and beats him, and Ryan fights Rolly, get the belt. They both got belts, and one of them take out Devin. Especially Ryan take out Devin. That'd be a big fight because Ryan and Devin have history. And say like Devin miraculously beats Regis Prograis and gets that belt. Ryan gets the belt off Rolly. Tate gets the belt off Tio. Ryan and Devin meet at 140. The winner gets Tate. That's a huge fight, especially if Ryan beats Devin. Because like I said, Devin's a hell of a fighter, but Ryan has the power and the speed as well. Plus, he's getting the traded in. But I'm not saying he can beat Devin right now. I'm just saying eventually. He went 3-3 with the man, so we'll see. But what I was saying is, if he was to get past that, taking Ryan would do about $2 million then, at least, because it'd be like Ryan's not weight drained, and then they fighting for 3 belts, because that'd be 3 belts on the line.
Okay, so this is how I feel about that. There's a lot of people. If you study the posts and the algorithms that's going on these social media platforms.
Oh yeah, I'm good at numbers.
There's a lot of people that are upset with Ryan Garcia. So Ryan Garcia, in my opinion, this is my opinion upper, because they feel as though he quit. And in the Hispanic community, they would rather for you to get knocked out. They will have more respect for you to get knocked out than to quit. I don't feel as though he quit.
And you know what's crazy?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody is sitting there, all the Spanish people that was mad at him, right? If you go look at his posts, they all cheering him and big up at him for taking this Oscar Duertes fight, because the Spanish community knows this guy is 26-1 with 21 knockouts. They know this guy right here is very dangerous.
Okay, but see, my problem is with that, and this is not with you. I get what you're saying, but my problem is with that is that he's bringing that man up from 135 and up to 140, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Now, my thing is, Ryan, for the past 5 years, and with these negotiations, he told Tank he wanted to fight Tank at 130. Tank declined. Tank said 135. Ryan, and then they agreed on 136. It was Ryan who was putting all these weight stipulations on Tank in the beginning, and then they maxed out on fight night at 144. So
Duertes is fought at 140 as well.
Why I'm up from 135 to 140? If that's the case, you might as well just went in there swinging and fought Tio with somebody. I don't know. I just don't like the discrepancies with that. But
Oscar has fought at 140 as well. He's like Artyom that fought Frank Martin. He's fought at 140 as well. And plus Ryan didn't ask for this fight. Oscar threw this fight on Ryan because Oscar is trying to bring Ryan's value down, if you ain't noticed it yet. Since Ryan is in a discrepancy with Oscar, he's trying to leave Golden Boy. And Oscar feels this man has more experience than Ryan, more knockouts than Ryan. And Oscar, they got him. Actually, they got Ryan as an underdog. He's a 2/3 underdog. Like Oscar is a minus 110, and Ryan is a minus 105. So they got him as an underdog, and Oscar think he's slick. He's trying to run Ryan up under the bus because this dude has knockout power. And he's trying to devalue Ryan because, like I said, I think Oscar and Floyd done worked out something. Because Floyd is trying to sign Ryan to Mayweather Promotions. So Oscar's not trying to give him a gold mine. Like Shawar said, he's tough. Duarte is a tough-ass fight. And she said Oscar trying to trap Ryan under a bus. Yes, because you don't want to give away a gold mine when it's sitting there popping out gold. You feel what I'm saying? you want to devalue it or make sure you get rid of the main gold vein before you get rid of it. And so Oscar said, okay, if I get rid of Ryan, I don't want him to be successful if he's not with me. So Oscar is a trifler. So Oscar's going to do that. And so Oscar, he's devaluing Ryan. He's trying to put him in there. Hopefully Ryan gets knocked out again, and that'll bring Ryan's value down. Because yes, Coach Ari, he has, and they Oscar's not dumb. He knows if Ryan gets in there and he has a bad showing, that Oscar his appeal will be gone from that rush that he got from the tape. Because even if you lose the tape, you still become a bigger star. Rolly Romero get a title bill his next fight. Mario Barrios gets a intern title shot. Then he gets another. Now he's an intern title champion right now after the tape loss. Pitbull Cruz becomes a superstar after getting his butt whooped by one hand. You feel what I'm saying? Like, come on, take it. He moves your career along. And Ron, I feel like Ron has a wave right now, and Oscar's trying to crash that wave before he passes him off.
And I
Errol
get
Muhammad Duarte is no light touch at all. And
no,
yes,
he's
Coach
not like
Ari.
I just don't want I just see the discrepancies that they have with Tank with this whole hydration and weight thing. But another thing I want to say is um it take two. So if Oscar is throwing him in there with this Duarte fella, guess what? Ryan had to agree as well. He can't just make that man a fight, and he has to and no
Well,
matter
yeah.
what, he has to
Well,
go with
actually, he can
that.
because you see, Ryan was trying to avoid fight, don't go to boy again, and Oscar just put up a lawsuit that's making Ryan honor the contract and take the fight. Ryan really has no say in this fight. You ain't been
I
paying attention.
think he
Yeah.
can pick and say, okay, I'm pretty sure it was other fighters that came across the board, and he said, okay, let's go with this.
Nah, Oscar is a dirty person. Can you look? Check it out. Oscar did this, and Ryan wasn't really trying to do this. Ryan was trying to fight Rolly. That's who Ryan said he want to fight. That's who Rolly said he want to fight. And notice, Oscar went ahead and got O'Hara Davies. He could have put Ryan against O'Hara Davies, to make him Rolly's mandatory. No, Oscar is trying to devalue Ryan as well as do business with the PBC. Because if I was Oscar, I would have put him against Rolly. That's a big payday at his pay-per-view. But no, Oscar's going the other route. He's trying to
Can
devalue
I ask a
himself.
question? So, do you think Oscar's trying to do that because, I mean, we don't know anything about Ryan's contract. Maybe it is coming to an end, or
Yeah,
maybe
you see,
he does
they
have a
got
way
court.
out, and that's why
They
he's
got a
doing
court
this.
date. They got a court date to decide Ryan's fate. And Ryan's been with Floyd a lot. And Floyd's been training him and he's been going out with Floyd. So he's going to sign with Mayweather Promotion after he's done with Oscar. So
Floyd
Oscar's
might
got
have enough to buy him out of that contract.
exactly. Welcome to the stage, Coach Ari. We got the three queens up here.
I'm just trying to chop it up a little bit, not a lot of bit. How y'all doing?
I'm gonna let y'all three chop it. Go ahead.
No, I just wanted to hop in on this Ryan Garcia conversation because he really has strategically changed the sport of boxing, bringing social media back into kind of the forefront. Because in my years of watching boxing, he really has done its due diligence, right? I remember boxing was kind of fading out. There wasn't a lot of traction, not a lot of following for it. Not to say it didn't have a following still, but not to the point where it is now. And with his popularity brings in the ticket sales, and it brings in fans that might not watch the sport on a regular basis. So it's kind of bringing that attraction back. And so with Oscar being strategic like that, well, let me make him not as big, not as popular. Let me attack him where I can, which is through boxing. He can't attack him on social media because his following is real strategic. He's done a lot. He's exposed himself. He's exposed his mental health. He is an all-around liked person, not just an all-around liked fighter. So since he can't attack his fan base, he's going to attack his true boxing following. And that's what he's doing.
I think, and you made a really good point. Shout out to you, Coach Ari. Shout out to Coach Amber as well.
Hey, Coach Amber.
I think that too because you demonetize or diminish him as a fighter before he leaves your stable. I can get that, but then wouldn't that look bad, continue to look bad on Golden Boy? Because I feel as though Oscar, the way that he's been talking these past couple weeks, especially with this news with PBC leaving Showtime soon, or however this is going to work, I feel as though Oscar is trying to get in where he could fit in right now. He's talking about making deals with Matchroom. He wants to do work with PBC. He wants to do work with Top Rank. I mean, he's just throwing names out there. He even just had an interview about Ryan versus Tio. And now that's the new big fight that people are talking about. Totally um, scratch the Tank and Tio fight. You know what I'm saying? So that's what they were trying to do. Put Ryan in there November or December, and then get him in there with Tio in February, which I feel as though is a quick turnaround. I don't think that'll work itself out too much. But hey, I'm not in their shoes. But my whole thing is, what would that do for Golden Boy to just throw him to the wolves so quickly? And you still, until the judge bangs the gavel and says you're done, he still has to make money. And Oscar is a money man. I might make my jokes about Oscar, but the man does his business.
Oh, that's not going to do anything to Oscar, because you have to understand that the Spanish following, right? I grew up in Miami, so we don't consider ourselves one nationality or another. Like, we from Miami, right? And so I have a lot of Hispanic friends. Like, I grew up going to quinceañeras instead of sweet 16s, and that the Latin community is so supportive that it doesn't matter what he does. It's like, we're going to support our own no matter what. So he can make some poor power plays or some poor people plays and still be Oscar to the people. He can still be pivotal to the people.
But I think Oscar kind of took a hit, though, marketing wise.
I slightly disagree.
Yeah, I think that that Oscar kind of took a hit marketing wise, as far as like ability, when he left Ryan at the post by himself. There was a lot of Hispanics that are still talking about that to this day. And don't
they was bad about that. They was.
Yeah, and didn't like that he left Ryan out there to the wolves, and then Ryan came out a week later or 2 weeks later and discussed that and said that Coach Calvin Ford and Kenny were the ones that were more supportive than his own team, and it showed in that press conference. So that's why I'm trying to figure out, like Oscar with his, I feel as though, I don't want to call it, and I get what you're saying, Coach Ari. I definitely understand where you're coming from, because you're absolutely right. But I feel as though that Oscar has to watch how he's moving if this is the case, because your brand is everything. And as soon as your name is attached to something negative, it will go downhill. And so he will do himself a disservice, you know what I'm saying, to throw him in the wolves when they already feel as though Oscar is already against him, because that's the image that's being painted about right now. You get what I'm saying?
I feel like this, right? If Ryan gets with Floyd Mayweather, listen, Floyd is a marketing genius. Ryan will probably be the face of boxing if he gets with Floyd right now. If he gets with Floyd, Floyd's going to market him as such and put him in the place to make the big fights. He got Rolly on there for him. He's going to get Ryan a real belt, and he's going to move Ryan accordingly. And one thing about Floyd, he's going to also put Camaro Bolton on that fight too. And people don't realize, but Ryan Garcia is Oscar De La Hoya, the Golden Boy. Y'all remember when Oscar was the Golden Boy and everybody was in love? Yeah, Oscar. Everybody loved Oscar, remember? Ryan Garcia has the same face, the same connections and everything. He will be the Golden Boy part 2. And you know, he got the appearance that they love. You know, he got the complexion for the connection. Everybody loves him. He's a family man. You know, he's a Christian. He's a family man. You know, he take care of his family. He got over 20 million followers on TikTok, Insta, and Twitter.
And don't forget, Upper, he's been very transparent with his mental health.
Exactly. And then he's becoming a real fighter as well. He done got with Derek James. So now I'm gonna tell y'all now, his right is more dangerous than his left, really. Right now, that right to the body, I seen it. I seen him pop Ugas with it. That's why I was telling y'all before the fight. I told y'all he would beat the hell out of Ugas. So, you know, that's why, Ryan is something to be forced with. And people think Devin Haney's so great, but y'all got to realize Ryan and Devin had the same level. They went 3-3. So if Devin is able to push his skills, what do you think Ryan can do? And plus, he's faster and hits harder than Devin. That's why I be trying to tell people, like, you got to look at people's base stats. Just off athleticism, he's beaten Devin Haney in the athleticism department. Devin Haney has more skills and more technical abilities, but a person can be sharpened. Like Ryan is being sharpened. And he's going to be a katana blade, and he's going to slice through the boxing, especially with Floyd Mayweather promoting him. Watch what I tell y'all.
Yeah,
well, I kind of parallel Key's, sentiments, like as far as
Hey,
why would
you're not talking.
Why
Hit
would
your
Oscar
mute
do
button. Hold on
this?
one second. Hold on one second. If you're not talking, hit your
Yeah.
mute button because you got a lot of background noise, bro.
Oh no, I'm just coming in. That's my fault.
Okay. Go ahead, Coach Amber.
Like, why would Oscar do this? Because, like she said, the gavel hasn't slammed yet. So it's like Oscar must know something that we don't. Like, he's probably very aware that Mayweather can probably buy him out of his contract, so he's trying to throw him under the bus
Plus,
before
Mayweather
that.
signed to Oscar. Listen, why would Mayweather sign to Oscar when he got his own promotion company? Why would Mayweather sign to Oscar De La Hoya for 2 fights? Like, why would he do that when he has his own promotional company and he got his own
No,
platform?
I'm talking about Ryan, throwing Ryan under the bus.
Listen to what I'm telling you. Listen to what I just said. Why would Mayweather sign and do business with Oscar De La Hoya and be on his platform and sign to him? This is what I'm telling you. Floyd
Oh,
might have
because they're frenemies. I
no,
believe it. Like a lot of this is for show. They're frenemies.
no. What I think it is, Floyd has made a deal for Ryan. And him and Oscar, I feel like Floyd has made a deal for Ryan Garcia. And him and Oscar, him fighting on Oscar for 2 fights is part of his terms. And that's why you see Floyd with Ryan all the time. He had Ryan at his crib. He been teaching Ryan to box and everything. I feel like Floyd sacrificed 2 fights with Oscar De La Hoya to be able to buy Ryan out that contract. That's what I feel like Floyd do. Floyd is a brilliant businessman. The man made over $1 billion in boxing. And he's not gonna sit there and just give Oscar De La Hoya his own money for nothing. Like, I feel like
Well, you
Ryan,
buy it in tomatoes, you buy it in potatoes. I mean, either way, I think Oscar knows he's gonna buy him out that contract.
but I feel like they made a deal. That's why I feel like they made a deal. Look, I'm gonna fight twice on your platform. Let you promote it and do all this, and I want Ryan Garcia. And hey, that's a great deal for both of them, except for Floyd gonna make Ryan the face of boxing, and Oscar gonna be even more upset when that happens. But I feel like Oscar's trying to devalue Ryan before he gives him to Floyd. Like, put another loss on his record, so his market value ain't as high as it is after coming off the Tank loss. See, he feels like another loss will make Ryan's stock drop. But what he did was put Ryan in there with a tough fight against a tough Mexican, so he can show that he has that Mexican dog that all the Mexicans want to see. And I feel like Ryan gonna show up and show out, and it's gonna
yeah,
backfire
for sure.
Oscar. I feel like that's gonna
Yeah,
backfire on De La
absolutely.
Hoya.
I think
Yeah.
I think it's a bad play by Oscar for sure, because I really believe that, like, Ryan is an underdog that people kind of sleep on because of that agreeable face, and how kind he is and how nice he is. But like when he's in the ring, he's different. Like, and so I really think what we're seeing is him being set up for success. But even though the strategy behind it is not for that, for sure. So he's just going to get in there and he's going to be like, hey, yeah, I might have lost a Tank, but I lost a Tank. Right. And this guy's going to be not easy money, but it's going to show his boxing abilities and his boxing IQ for sure.
Right. And this is a good redemption fight as well, Coach Ari. This is a very good redemption fight
Yeah, for sure.
for people to be like, okay, he isn't a fluke, because another thing that's trending about Ryan is that he is a model and that he needs to leave boxing alone and all this other stuff. I see the good, but then I also see the negative comments. So This is a good redemption fight. What were you gonna say, Coach Amber?
Well, I was gonna say I agree with Upper that if Floyd does get his hands on Ryan, that it is a setup for part 2, because I mean, think about it. Looking back, like when Ryan went on that podcast and he was like, "Oh yeah, in the contract it says I can't even drink water for like 2 days." YouTube ran with that, and I knew it was BS. But I feel like if they were to take it to 140, let Ryan get a few big wins, a belt, like, set it up perfectly, align it perfectly. I feel like Floyd could knock it out the park and set it up for round 2. That way Ryan could be like, oh, well, the
Exact
first time I was weight drained. He's
facts.
coming up to my weight now. We can do this for real now.
And look,
Like, I give it to Floyd. He is about the long game.
and check this out, Coach Amber. Especially if they make the Tio fight first. Tank comes up and he beats a hot Tiafimo. So then Tank gets the big payday versus Tiafimo. You see they keeping Rolly in the bag for Ryan. Ryan and Rolly sells. Rolly said, you see how Rolly don't want to fight nobody but Ryan Garcia. It's a reason because Rolly was told he was getting the Ryan fight. So they trying to do that right there. So it's gonna be Rolly and Ryan. So Ryan and Tank both gonna have a belt. And have them both fight somebody else. And then when they come back, watch. That
That's
fight
it.
does over 2 million. Look, the
Ryan's gonna
fight
cry
does.
about the weight and say he
Oh
was
no,
weight
no, but
drained.
listen, they're gonna do it at 140 because Tank just came up and beat Tio, and now guess what? Golden Boy and DAZN have no parts in this fight now. It's all Mayweather and PBC,
But that's
and you got Ryan Garcia who's done improved as a fighter, who's done showed that he got his worth. You got Tank who's done came up and won a belt at 140. That fight does over 2 million pay-per-view buys. Easy. It did 1.6 this time. It did 1.2, 1.4, and it did 200,000 on DAZN. So you mean to tell me you get DAZN out the way and you do it all Showtime PBC, and it's round 2. Both of them boys got belts and they both at 140. Ryan ain't weight drained right now. Ryan done built his following up after the Tank fight. Tank done built his following up after the Ryan fight. That fight becomes the biggest fight in a long time. And Floyd Mayweather's gonna make a lot of freaking money.
But that's if I need to throw a monkey wrench in this. But that's if Tio is still around because Shakur did a interview yesterday or the day before on Cigar Talk. Shout out to Shakur. That was a really good interview, and shout out to Cigar Talk. But he was saying that possibly him and Tio having a fight, and Tio responded with, "That's if I'm still around." And what that Tio goes up and down
You
sometimes.
know why Tio said if he's still around? Because if Tio gets this Tank fight that they talking about, Tio gonna retire. Tio, his biggest paycheck was against Camboso, and it wasn't even 2 million. He got 1 million versus Josh Taylor, the lineal champ. Tio Fimo gets that bag, he's done. And he said he wants 8 figures for his next fight. Tank or Ryan will be the only people that give it to him. And
He's
if
been
Tio
talking about
Fimo gets
retirement
that
for a
bag,
while.
he's not trying to box no more.
So you think he gonna retire, win, lose, or draw?
Yep.
If he getting over $10 million, of course. That's all
Wow.
Tio wants is that bag.
Yep.
Because he
Y'all gotta
feel
take
like
into
he hasn't
account.
been respected. The man only got $1 million for beating Josh Taylor.
And his
That's why he
personal
said he
life
retired
too.
because he's not getting paid. And Tank and see
How
Bob
much
Aaron
did he
really
get
ain't
for
got no
Loma?
control over this fight because Tio is gonna take that fight with or without Bob Aaron's approval. We see what he did with the Triller and Cambosas. Tio's about his money, and he ain't never got a 8-figure payday. And you got Tank Davis offering you at least $10 million for this fight. Oh, you might as well bag that shit up. Tio's about to take that fight, and Bob's just gonna be upset. And Tio, I feel like he really don't care about boxing like that no more. I feel like he wants to get his bag and chill.
And you have to take into account his personal life too, and
That's
that's a
what I
big
said.
driving
I
force.
feel like
Oh yeah.
I feel like he just want to get a bag so he can just sit there and chill and not have to do nothing no more for real.
Yep.
Just like Jared Anderson. He talking about he don't want to box that long. Like a lot of boxers is in there just to get the big payday. They try to
He
get the
been
big
saying
payday,
that though for the longest though. He been saying that since the beginning.
and he hasn't got a big payday yet.
Yeah.
Soon as Jared Anderson get that big payday, I think he gone.
Yeah, he over with. They said too that I was watching Elda and y'all definitely subscribe to his as well. But they were saying that that he said that there could have been whispers about Tank next fight being Gary Antoine, the one that's in 140. That
That's not gonna happen.
might be a fight, and I'm like, yo,
He would
that's
never get that fight before his brother Gary Russell. Never.
Well,
PBC
when
ain't
is
gonna
Gary
do that.
Russell
Take it.
gonna move
Right,
up?
Gary Russell only fight once a year.
Once every 2 years.
Thank you.
mean,
Right, let me right.
That's
Thank you.
because they had a lot of bull crap. But Gary Russell Jr., he wants that fight with Tank bad. He wants that payday.
Man,
I don't think that Tank could credit that he deserved for that. Gary has been what is he up 26?
I don't think they're gonna put Tank in that much. I mean, that Gary Antoine Russell's a dangerous fight. Honestly, hey,
Oh my goodness, he will take that fight.
Somebody got static on. I don't know who that is.
that's why I tell brother mute it when you're not talking because it's a lot of background noise, but it's good.
no.
Somebody was like, it was like they was crunching chips or something.
Yeah, I heard that too. I was like, oh,
I know, making me hungry.
yeah.
Oh, my fault, y'all. My fault. That was me. Then I'm trying to keep it low key. I'm sorry. These motherfucking Doritos hidden. I'm sorry.
So, do you guys think that panel, the esteemed panel, do you guys think that that who do you guys think is the most anticipated fight thus far coming up? We got Tim Tszyu this weekend. We have Shakur in a couple weeks, and then in about from that date, 6 weeks on, we got Devin Haney. And we also have Floyd Mayweather exhibition with Danny Garcia and Keith Thurman.
You
So
got Danny versus Laura on that card too. Danny versus
that's
Laura.
a good ass fight. That's
Then we
a
got Boots. Then we got Boots and Benavidez.
Boots and who?
Boots and Benavidez.
Boo Boo and
Which
Benavidez. My
Benavidez
bad.
brother?
Boo Boo.
Which Benavidez?
Oh, okay.
Boo Boo and Benavidez.
Well, it ain't David.
Jose Benavidez Jr.
Jose
is also
Benavidez?
on the undercard with Maul, so
Right.
that
Yeah,
would
and
probably be my pick.
you got David Benavidez fighting Boo Boo, not Boots. Boo Boo.
Oh,
Boo
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 Boo. I thought
Andrade.
you said Boots. I'm sorry. So, which ones do you guys think is the most anticipated?
For me, Regis and Devin and Benavidez and Boo Boo. Also because Maul's on the undercard with his brother, and you know,
All
Maul
of them.
should mop him, but I don't know. I don't know.
I'm gonna tell you one thing I respect about David Benavidez. He always makes sure his brother gets a payday. He always makes sure his brother gets a fight on his card, and I respect that right there. But I'm gonna tell you like this: for me, it's Tim Tszyu versus Brian Mendoza. Then it's Shakur versus De Los Santos. Then, as in order, because I want to see all these fights, and they all interest me because I'm a lover of boxing, and each one of these fights have something that I want to see and something that I need to see. These are all great fights. This has been a great year of boxing, and I hope next year continues this. But yeah, we got 5 top cards coming through, and I would like to see Jamal versus Jose Benavidez. Like I said, around the 3rd or 5th round. Between those two rounds right there, I think Jamal kicks it in gear and he gets his old line back, and I feel like he gets ready. David Benavidez has to beat Boo Boo because if he loses to Boo Boo, then it's gonna be Jamal and Canelo next, and Jamal ain't had enough time to recover. But if David Benavidez wins, he gets Canelo next, and then we get to see Jamal versus Caleb Plant, and that gives Jamal a chance to get comfortable at 168 and give him a fight at 168, and then September he'll fight Canelo. So if Benavidez wins, it's him and Canelo in May. If he loses, it's him and Jamal in May. But if Benavidez wins, he fights Canelo in May, and then Canelo fights Jamal in September.
For me,
Wait, I thought Maul was at 160 with Jose Jr.
Yeah, but after he fight, this is his coming back fight. And if David Benavidez wins against Boo Boo, then he fights Canelo at in May. Canelo only fights in May and September. So if Benavidez wins, he's up next versus Canelo. And that gives that gives Jamal a chance to get his face back with Caleb Plant. And it gives him also a chance to fill 168. So he just won't be jumping up to 168 versus Canelo.
Get activated. Yeah,
because he has to fight Canelo. Jamal is last on that Canelo list. But I want to see my boy Brian Mendoza post Ramos after beating Rosario and Fundora. I want to see him getting Tim Tszyu tail. And this right here is a litmus test right here. If Tim Tszyu can go out here and destroy Brian Mendoza like he's been doing, then I say the man's the goods. He's a B+ fighter. If not, he's like I thought he was in a B-. But I think Brian Mendoza's gonna give him everything he can handle.
I like the Regis and Devin fight, and I like the Boo Boo and Benavidez fight. Those are the two most interesting fights to be coming up. Because
For me,
I get to see Devin bite down on his mouthpiece for sure in this fight with Regis. Like, I think he's gonna have the round 11 and 12 that he had against Loma. He's gonna have that damn near every round against Regis. He's gonna have to literally bite down for every round. And for this, I really went for the Boo Boo and Andrade fight. I think we're really gonna get to see the technical side of Benavidez come out, because he's really going to need it, because he's really fighting a really, really slick southpaw, and we really going to get to see what's going on with him for real. So, fights for me.
I think I'm anticipating for the Shakur Stevenson fight with Edwin De Los Santos. Even though I do see Shakur winning that fight, I do believe that that's going to be a task. I think Edwin is going to come ready. And for him to be calling out Shakur for so long, I think that he sees something with Shakur. I think it's the same thing that he sees, that I see, that he sees, that him and his team see. I do have Shakur winning that fight though, but I think
before you go on, I think he sees that he can catch the court at the time, change the speeds, and catch him to Shakur like he sits in front of him. But if that's what you see, let me know. I'm back that way.
Yes, and Shakur does pretty much the same combinations. And this is not, I'm not taking away from Shakur. No fighter is perfect. I think Shakur, when Shakur and Tank fight, I'm going to be heartbroken, because those are my two, Shakur, Tank, and Boots are my three favorites from 135 to 147. Of course, and of course Spence as well. But them three, those, you know, it's going to be hard for me to watch Shakur and Tank go at it. But I think Edwin is going to put on a show with Shakur. And I'm also eager to see Devin and Regis for the simple fact that Regis, I don't think people should be counting him out. I do have Devin winning that fight, but I don't think it's going to be like everybody is thinking it's going to be. And this has been the year, I'm going to keep saying it, of the boxer.
I agree.
This is going to be the year of the boxer puncher. So I'm curious to see how Shakur and Devin is going to rise up to this occasion, to be honest with you, because those are some boxer punchers right there.
Yeah, for me, the Regis and Devin Haney fight is going to be really interesting because, and I think Upper knows this, we went to actually see Regis in person for Father's Day weekend, took my husband, bought tickets, everything, and watching Regis in the ring, there were some areas of opportunity, right? And of course, Bill was in the crowd, Bill was scoping it out, so I'm glad to see that the fight came to fruition. But I think this is going to be a really good fight. And for those of us who kind of saw the Regis fight, we're going to be really looking for him to have some areas of improvement, like been working on some things to get in that ring. And I'm not the biggest Devin Haney fan at all, which we all know, but I really have him winning if Regis didn't, work on something.
Tighten up.
I'm going to tell you like this. I feel like a lot of people look at that gorilla fight, and they really don't realize what type of fighter Regis Prograis is. Regis Prograis is nobody's slow leak. He's nobody's walking apart. Kawhi Elliott, Salute King, Smoking Bud Revenge, Shalom, Salute King. And I feel like Regis Prograis, he's going to be there. This is his big fight right here. He ain't had a big fight since the Josh Taylor fight, which I feel like he won. But I feel like this. Mike Rhythm, Salute King. I feel like this. Devin's going to get in there, and I hope he develops power. Because I hope he's like most fighters that's been weight trained that can't use power. Because if not, if he ain't got no power, I don't care what you say. Regis is going to corner him, and he's going to do something big. Regis is a big puncher. People don't forget that. But he was considered the best at 140. He was considered the dead at one point. And
I have a question. Upper.
I know, 1 second. And there's a real fight. Y'all got to realize that was a last-minute substitute. Like when y'all seen Jared Anderson get the last-minute substitute with Charles Martin, he had the toughest fight in his career. You see Pacquiao last-minute substitute Ugas, he lost that fight. Like when people get last-minute substitutes,
Upper,
you gotta go on mute.
Good?
and then when you get,
you went out.
Somebody gotta go on mute.
Can you mute your phone? And Upper, you went out.
Okay, what I was saying is I said Anthony Joshua had a late replacement fight. He lost to Andy Ruiz.
Upper.
When you have late minute replacements in fights, those are the tough fights because you build your whole training camp prepared for one person, and then when they switch it up at the end, that's a big change right there, and it's hard to adapt to that because you're training for a certain style. And Zarilla was a last minute opponent for Regis, and it gave him problems. And Zarilla has great power and great boxing ability, and that wasn't the type of fighter that Regis prepared for. I felt like Regis had a half-ass camp, and he barely made the weight. He almost got hurt making that weight. But I feel like Regis is back on his Dean. He's ready. He's the Rougarou, and I feel like if Devin that fought Lomachenko has no chance. Devin's gonna have to be the best that he's ever been. If not, he's gonna go to sleep in that ring. And I'm just being honest. And what was your question?
Well, now I have two.
Hello?
My first question. Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, Queen. Go ahead.
Okay, my first question was gonna be. Well, now I have two, but my first question was gonna be, is Regis a cherry pick or not? Because I think that's a tough fight. Because I believe in timelines. Right after the Loma fight, he was looking at Regis, and Regis had that fight coming up. There's no way that Devin could have known the way that fight was going to go, and it went the way it went, and that is that. So my first question is, do you think that's a cherry pick? I think he picked a tough fight, and then Regis just happened to pick a tough fight. And then I just lost my second question. What was the last part you said?
That he's gonna have to be the best he's ever been, or he's gonna get knocked out.
Okay, yes. There goes my second question. He just had a knockdown, drag out war with Loma. Do you think that's gonna make Dev better?
I mean, every time you fight, you get better. Iron sharpens iron. But what I'm saying is he can't be that same one that fought Loma, because if he's that same Devin that fought Loma, he's gonna get knocked out. He can't take those type of shots from Regis. Regis is a big puncher. And no, by no way is Regis anybody's cherry pick. I mean,
okay,
Regis,
so you agree that Dev did pick a formidable opponent.
I felt like he had to pick a big name to explain why he wasn't fighting Tank. That's what I feel like, honestly.
He picked him before he had that bad showing out, though. He picked him 2 days after he fought Loma.
I'm gonna keep it real with you. To be
Hold
honest.
on one second. I'm gonna tell you. Okay, Phenomenal Mexican. I don't want to do the race card. You talking about Mexican boxers is number one? Would it be because y'all got clenbuterol in y'all boxes? All y'all boxers are allowed to test positive with clenbuterol.
Whoa! I can't see the chat. Damn, I can't see the chat. Hold on.
If you want to sit there and say that, y'all get to use clenbuterol, all Mexican fighters. So
Phenomenal Mexican, is that the real Phenomenal Mexican? Let me go find my.
It's a fake one, and that's what
I was gonna say Phenomenal Mexican wouldn't say nothing like that.
So that's what I'm saying. You want to act like that? Does the truth hurt? Does the truth really hurt that y'all have to use supplements to keep up? How that feel? I heard y'all. Finish. Go ahead.
This is how I feel about the whole situation with Devin and Regis, and I like Devin. I support the Kings. I've always said, and I stand on this. Nobody beats them three as far as Tank, Shakur, and Devin, but each other. I've always said that. A lot of them don't have the skill set to beat a Devin, Tank, and Shakur. These are three young men that have grew up together. They fought together. They know each other quite well. Now, as it pertains to the Regis situation, I always felt like it was I don't want to say it's a cherry pick because that's diminishing Regis, and Regis is a good fighter. But I do feel as though Devin had to make a decision because he was in talks with, I want to say, a total of three people. He sent the offer to Shakur, a lowball offer, in my opinion. He told Tank no. He told Tank's team no. And I think it was the Barbosa. He was supposed to, because that's when Tio
No,
was
he was trying to get Tio's belt, but Tio said
right.
no.
But right, and Tio said no. He thought that the belt was vacant, and I found it very interesting that they didn't go further and make that fight to say, oh well, let's go ahead and get it anyway. I don't give a damn if it's not vacant or not. Um, I felt, and I don't. I feel as though Devin went the path of the least resistance, because at the end of the day, he still has to get acclimated within that weight. You know what I'm saying? Within 140.
I
And to be
understand. Yeah,
totally
I understand. Yeah.
honest with you, I feel as though Devin is a 147 fighter. He should be fighting someone. He should be in a 147. He should have been in a 147 division, because that's a big dude. Um, do I feel as though it's a cherry pick? No, but I can't deny those other pieces of evidence as well. And this is why I feel as though he needs to put on a showing. One thing about Shakur gonna show out. You know what I'm saying? I've seen it time and time again.
Hold
Shakur.
on 1 second, Key.
Okay.
Golden Era Ho, guess what? Canelo the face, but Ryan and Tank did twice his numbers. And you so dumb, you don't realize what PBC going to Amazon Prime does. Amazon Prime has almost 1 billion people. That's a bigger platform than Showtime, idiot. So they have more people. Thank you.
So I don't want to say that it's a cherry pick, but I do feel as though he chose the path of least resistance. And I'm curious to see how he's going to show up and show out, because I don't think for a long shot, like, it's kind of a do or die with Regis too, because ain't nobody mentioning Regis' name since that last performance. It's kind of like with the whole Canelo and Jermell situation.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? Like, and everybody kind of wrote off Canelo, and now Canelo is back in a lot of these folks' eyes. So I'm wondering if that's the game plan. The only thing I worry about is I don't want Regis to go in looking for headhunting. He needs to fight a very smart game. Devin has trouble fighting on the inside. Devin doesn't take angles really well. It's a couple of things that you could capitalize off of Devin if you can do it. And I'm hoping that he's changed his game plan to that. And I hope he doesn't gas, because if he's looking for a headshot, Regis gonna gas out at 6, and it's gonna and Devin gonna coast. Like, to be honest with you.
Regis is a monster. I feel like a lot of y'all.
I feel like that role with Lomachenko is gonna make Devin better.
I feel like y'all need to go back and watch a couple of Regis fights. I feel like y'all need to watch a couple of Regis fights, because Regis
said that he's not a cherry pick and he's not a slouch.
nah, and I feel like if Devin makes a one mistake, that night can be over with real quick. Regis has power.
I agree. That's what I'm trying to kill the narrative. Is he a cherry pick or is he a hard fight?
It's nothing cherry about Regis. Ain't nothing sweet about Regis. And I feel like
say it again,
that's what makes me respect Devin that much more. Because going up, he could have tried to fight Roland, but you know, it still was messed up. Like, I wish he would have tried to fight Tio. Like, he tried to get Tio's belt. I wish he would have kept pursuing Tio's belt, because he is the WBO champion. So he would have been Tio's mandatory. So Tio would have had to defend the belt against him. I wish he would have kept on that route, but he didn't. So I feel like he thought Regis was the least between Matias and Tio. I think he felt like Regis was the one that he can get out quicker than that, because Regis is not as athletic as Matias and Tio.
To be honest with you, playing devil's. Go ahead, Coach Amber. I can't. Coach, it seems like you have some wind in the background.
Really?
I feel like he felt like Regis was a more slower fighter, and you know, speed kills. Speed kills. And Regis is the slower of those three between Sabril, Matias, and Tio. Regis is the least athletic of the three. And I feel like Devin felt like that was his easiest shot. So,
and
but still, it's a great fight. It's a great fight. Like I said, it's a true 50-50, because Devin's not acclimated. But Devin blew up to over 170, so Devin should be at welterweight, honestly. But I feel like that's why we ain't seen Devin knock nobody down in over 90 rounds, is because he was weight drained. And I feel like his power may show up, and I want to see how Regis adjusts to Devin power. I want to see how hard Devin really can hit, and I want to see if he can take these shots from Regis, because I've seen Devin. I think Regis hits harder than Lenoris, but you also got to realize Devin's gonna have more weight, so his punch resistance is gonna be up as well. So it's a great fight. All these fights coming up are great, and I want to see all of them. Honestly, that's why I said I want to see each of them as it's time to see them. Just like I'm gonna buy Floyd and Devin's fight, so I can watch Floyd's undercard, and I can watch Devin's main event, and I can watch Devin and Floyd. It's gonna be a great night of boxing.
Yeah, those are all good fights. I take my hat off to all of them. That's getting in the ring again. Regis, I have hopes for, but do that he can beat Devin? No, and crazy. A lot of people feel that way. I think Devin is going in going in as a top dog on the bet nine anyway.
Exactly, Aaron Muhammad. I gotta see that too.
I mean, I don't know if it'll happen at 140. I would say 147 maybe. What? For him to crack, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, because it's a 5-pound difference. Maybe that'll make a lot. I don't know.
That's a set. Yeah. No, he was talking about he want to see how he takes the crack. Like how he takes a 140-pounder punch.
Oh no, he got a chin. Devin got a chin, so I ain't worried about that.
But we see what happened when T.O. got hit with a check hook by Sindor Martin. You know what I'm saying? Like, the power is different up there.
As I said before, when it comes to 135 to 140, the only people that beats them three is each other. I got, even if it was to be made for Devin and T.O. next year, I got Devin. T.O. don't want to see Devin. T.O. can't see Shakur. T.O. can't see Devin, and he damn sure can't see Tank.
So you think Devin beats Sabril Matias?
If Devin can weather the storm of Matias, and first of all, let me say, I love me some Matias. But if Devin can weather that storm for a couple rounds, absolutely. I don't see Matias. I don't see Matias winning against Devin either.
Well, you got some faith in Devin.
I got faith in Devin, and then the crazy thing is, I get bullied on some of these folks' channels because I call out the facts of Devin, because I highly believe that Devin dug Shakur and Tank. I stand on that. I don't care about that. But like I said, Devin is a good fighter to me. Devin is a really good fighter to me. I really feel as though one thing that I do want to see Devin do going forward is making adjustments. Like, one thing that I see that Shakur and Tank know how to do, they don't need their corners to make that adjustment. They already know. You know what I'm saying? Devin, I haven't seen that yet, because Devin is a linear fighter still to me, a and B. See, we've seen A, B, C, D with Shakur. We've seen really just A, B, and C with Shakur, because his competition.
Nobody has pushed him that low.
Yeah,
that's why I want to see Del Santos. I hope Del Santos can push him to go into that D.
Canelo gonna destroy PBC hype jobs, and Tank is next. Devin really lost to Loma, and Upper Guy's a fanboy buying that old dinosaur fight. What a sucker. Okay, but thank you for the view, though. Thank you. And PBC and Canelo is with PBC, so I guess. And again, I don't have anybody. I stand on this. The only person I think gives Tank problems is Shakur. They're the only two that can beat each other. But as far as an embarrassing, nah, ain't nobody gonna embarrass Tank or Shakur. That's just how high level they are.
Those exactly. They're too high level for them to get embarrassed. It's not gonna happen.
Exactly. These dudes spar people 3-4 times they weight.
Absolutely. And you can go ahead and give anybody as much clenbuterol as they want. It won't matter versus Tank and Shakur. You can be fresh off. You can be fresh off the needle, and it still won't help. But
Exactly.
we cut it just dues time. You want to give your last thought?
Yes, thank you guys.
Hey, tomorrow, Key, we're gonna come on 2 hours early if that's okay.
Yeah, I got you.
Right.
Shout out to everybody that tuned in. Shout out to Rick Timms, Kawhi, Shawah, Aaron Muhammad, all things, Coach Amber, Coach Ari, the Queens. Thank you guys. Rick Timms says Dev gonna have to show me. I'm a little convinced. I'm sorry, y'all. Aaron Muhammad, Golden Era. I think he's kind of spamming, but shout out to you, sir. Shout out to everybody that joined in. If I missed you, my apologies when coming in and everything. Meaty Riley, shout out to you. Original American, shout out to you as well. And as always, Upper, thank you for having me. This was a great build. I hope you have a wonderful day. Shout out to your wife, your children. Continue to stay blessed, King. And shout out to all the kings and queens that tuned in. Just Do is up next. Shout out to Just Do and his wife and his baby. And we hope that y'all stay blessed and fabulous as always.
All right, and peace to you, Key, and shout out to you, and hopefully you got a lot of peace now, and you're not having problems. You know what I'm talking about. But peace to everybody. Salute to my guy John Kramer. I appreciate everybody for coming out there. Thank you, Mama Bear. Shawah. Coach Amber, Coach Ari, I appreciate y'all getting on here on a mission. You too. Peace and blessings to all y'all. Yes, you can speak on it any day you want to, Coach Amber. I mean, it's an open forum. Whatever you want to speak on, that's what we ride with. And y'all know how we end this. Peace and blessings to all.
They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. Raw Molly got me all up in demon mode. Mouth moving like I done put clean in my nose. Trying to catch me up, I can leave with some hoes. He standing straight up, watch I make him lean with this pole. Would've thought it was closed, how that heat made him fold. Thought it was a game, he won't think no more. His brain's gone, nigga. It be exciting when I get to striking. Guns sound like thunder, hit you like lightning. Fight for your life, we don't do no fighting. We really hit it, nigga. We worse than savage, they calling us Vikings. Police be riding, we still be sliding. Told you we hitters, remember the time. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. How about I leave them holding like the Bible? AR-15, that's a high-power rifle. A in the army and assassinate rivals. Break that shit down, nigga. AK or anybody kill. Hop out, get the drilling and spilling. 7.62 gon' split 'em. FN, that's for any fuck nigga. You a plug, then I'm pulling up, nigga. You my lunch, eat these bullets for dinner. 5.0, eat 'em up, eat 'em up. SK, smoke killer for show. Drum rounds and cripple ops straight go. I got them all, you don't want no. I got all those six, nigga. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I can squeeze, leave a nigga bleeding. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason.